It's Weber Bets Weekly. Let's go betting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of Weber Bets Weekly. We are live from the St. Louis, Missouri studios. It is, what's today? Monday, March 3rd, 2025. Let's go betting. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys get involved here on TikTok. We are live here this morning to talk about the plays for tonight, for Monday night. Whatever you got. If you got an NHL play, if you got NBA, but mainly it's March, baby. So we got college basketball to talk about. There's not a ton of big-time games tonight, but it's just you smell March. You see the calendar flip, and you get excited. That's where we're at. So you guys can call in or text in, weberbets.com, if you want to get involved on the chat. We really appreciate it. Let me know your top plays. This is the third show we've done. Weber Bets Weekly. Launched it last week. Haven't been live. It's been since Tuesday, I think. But as I said before, this thing is going to start out, and we're going to try to figure out when I can go live. You got things I got to take care of in the mornings. Then I got a day job, the whole bullshit. You know how it goes. But we're here. We're live. We're excited about this, and we're hoping to lock in here and get some winners. So if we want to go ahead and again, pick something you guys want to throw out a play, or you think you have something that could really help the show, you can leave a voicemail, as I mentioned, weberbets.com, or you can also get involved by calling in at weberbets.com. Both links are on there as well. Appreciate you guys joining. Again, we were red hot coming out of the gate last week. We went 2-0, hit our number one play. By the way, here's the board. If you can't see it, TikTok, you should be able to see it on the double flip here. I thought I could change this. There we go. See, you got the board there going on. We put all our plays up there. We put our number one play, our parlay of the day, and then our workshop is all the plays that we have going on. Like basically they come in. If I see one and you guys are like, oh, I like that a lot, then you give that as your play. We lock in, and then we pick that and we build a parlay out of it and put a number one play. It's pretty simple, but that's how we do this thing. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. College basketball, I watched a little bit yesterday, got Memphis money line. It was a little bit of a sweat early, but got it done. That was nice. So a little bit profitable yesterday. Nice $20 profit, so you got to love that. Follow here. Also, today we have, some top 25 teams playing. We got Duke minus 20.5 against Wake Forest. Not really interested in that one. What else we got? North Texas against Wichita State. That's going to be a great one, probably. And then let's see, Kansas against Houston. So that's one I was going to key on. So that's kind of an example where I'm thinking today. There's also, I believe, one conference tournament starting today. It's not the American, but it's some one of those. I don't want to say bullshit conferences. You know what I mean? It's not the top of the top here, but that's starting out today. So, as we get into conference championship play, I think that'll be interesting to see where we want to throw some darts at, you know what I mean? But early, I think I have to talk about Kansas here, okay? Kansas, they lost against Texas Tech, but they came roaring back in the second half. Probably should have lost by more, and they need a win. I mean, they've been pretty ice cold overall. I think they are still a damn good team when they're 9.5-point underdogs against Houston. 9.5-point underdogs against Houston. So that tells me maybe we take a shot at Kansas, because I think that they'll keep it close enough. I know Houston's one of the best teams in the country. I understand. But at this point, Kansas played so well coming back against Texas Tech, who, again, if anybody's sleeping on Texas Tech, you're not watching basketball. Team's really, really good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start this thing off by going to the board. And I'm going to go ahead and say let's put Kansas plus 9.5 up here. That's the first thing I want to do, okay? So let's go to the board. Lock this in. Kansas plus 9.5. I don't think this is a square play. I think Kansas, it's a must-win for them. So at the moment, Kansas plus 9.5, first play of the day, that's up, okay? So let me know what you think. Like I said, this is not a show about me. It's not supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about the audience. So as we continue to grow this thing and build an audience, I want you guys to throw your plays up there so we can decide, what we want to do. It's kind of the deal here. So let me know your top plays of the day. I got Kansas plus 9.5 is my first one, though. I like that a lot. It seems too easy, but I think that Houston's going to get a lot of public money because they're a top 5 team. They're a really good team. So that tells me Kansas, number one, doesn't have the public on that side, and then they need a win. I mean, they are really, really struggling as far as getting wins, but they're a damn good team still. So we'll see what happens. I actually want to see if I can find the exact rundown of Kansas, kind of how they've been the last few games. I mean, it just hasn't been great. Let's take a look here. Because when you see them play, you're like, yeah, they need to figure it out. Lost to Texas Tech, beat Oklahoma State, lost to Utah, lost to Kansas State, lost to Baylor. I mean, they've been on a run, a bad run. But this one being, it's at Houston, but 9.5. I just think they have to have a good game here. They have to do it. You know what I mean? So anyway, pretty simple. I like Kansas plus 9.5. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Weber State's playing Northern Colorado. Just for namesake, I was thinking about that, but I haven't watched either of those teams play. Not just this year, but ever in the history of my life. You like that? The history of my life? Wichita State I have seen play. They upset somebody that I picked a couple weeks ago. Who's that? It wasn't Auburn. It was it Memphis? It might have been Memphis. And Wichita State's a pretty good team. They're plus 7.5. I was thinking about throwing a little something on them, too. Let's take a look at their schedule. By the way, as I keep mentioning, this is not what I want the show to be. I appreciate it. I love doing this. But as I'm going to keep sounding like a broken record, I need involvement. I want you guys to call in. I want you to lock in. I want you to text in, whatever it may be, to put your plays out there. The number one plays. I want the audience to run this show, okay? That's the point. But I'm not going to stop doing this. I enjoy doing it. But anybody that joins on and says, here's another asshole talking about his picks, I don't want to put my picks out there that much. I want to hear your guys' picks, and then we build shit together. That's kind of the basis of this, all right? But I'm not going to give up. We just fucking started this thing. So, again, if you want this thing to be good, we need involvement. I'm just going to keep saying it. That's just the name of the game. All right, Wichita State lost to UAB by 8. UAB's a really good team, by the way. I bet Memphis against them yesterday. Memphis slapped the shit out of them a few weeks ago. So I was like, this is an easy money line play. And then Memphis comes out, struggled pretty good against them, honestly. They struggled. So UAB's a good team. So that 8 points isn't terrible with Wichita State. Don't hate that. Let's see. They won against Florida Atlantic, against UTSA, against Charlotte. Lost to Tulsa. Who was the game? I think it was, let's see. UAB, let's see. I'm talking to myself, trying to figure out. Memphis, yeah, that was the game. They beat them 84-79 back on February 16th. So Wichita State's a damn good team. I have not seen North Texas play. That's probably my next search here. But my gut, which has been pretty good lately, told me Wichita State is probably another one we need to throw up on the board. But let's double check. I got North Texas football schedule coming up here. Let's take a look here. The basketball schedule. They're playing the Wichita State Shockers today at 8 o'clock. North Texas Mean Green 21-6. Oh, baby. Okay, they're a pretty good team. They lost to UAB close. Did they play Wichita State yet this year? They lost to Memphis close. What's the number? That's the question. What's the number? 7.5. I mean, 7.5. It's at North Texas, but like 7.5. This is going to be a close one here. I got to go with my gut. I'm going to take Wichita State here. I'm going to do it. Maybe it's the wrong play, but I'm going to do it. You know, we've been going with our gut here, and our gut's been telling us the right things lately. So we're going to stay in the state of Kansas. We're going to take Wichita State plus 7.5. So you got Kansas plus 9.5, Wichita State plus 7.5. Now, if we want to get crazy a little bit, and when I mean crazy, I mean like maybe a $5 bet, I think what we could do is do a little KU Wichita State money line parlay action just to get weird about it, see what happens. I'm not saying it's going to win. I'm just saying sometimes you got to take your shots. If you think they're going to be close games, you never know what can happen. So, but for sure, I like Kansas plus 9.5, Wichita State plus 7.5. All right, what else we got? Anybody got a play out there? Anybody got a play for me? Let's hear it. Anybody? Plays. WeberBets.com if you want to call in, if you want to leave a voicemail, if you want to text in here on TikTok, if you want to text in here also on YouTube, let me know what you think. And then also, the reason I did the voicemail line is because a lot of people probably are at work right now, which I understand. But here's my reasoning for doing this thing in the morning, okay? Got to do the show in the morning because the games are at night. If I do the show at night, you're watching the games. You don't want to watch this shit live. I want live viewers. That's what I want. I want live viewers and interaction. That's what the fuck we want. So it's a morning show, okay? Morning show, but you can also get involved on the voicemail line if you're busy right now and you happen to watch this later and go, oh, this is pretty cool. I want to get involved. Leave a voicemail, WeberBets.com. Okay, so we got Kansas plus 9.5, Wichita State plus 7.5. Those are my two plays so far. Let's see what we got. I was kind of looking also, I mean, as far as college basketball goes, that's kind of where I wanted to go. I mean, those are the main two. So other than that, I mean, unless you want to bet Lipscomb against Central Arkansas, Lipscomb's minus 4,000. Apparently, Lipscomb's a wagon. Not a fan of that one. You got Eastern Kentucky against Jacksonville. That's a conference tournament starting. So that was one that kind of was like, okay, you got conference play getting into it. That could be one to look at. Same with Austin Peay and North Alabama. By the way, I thought Austin Peay was in the OVC. I guess that changed. I don't know. And then Duke minus 1 million against Wake Forest. Again, not a fan. So, yeah, Kansas, Wichita State, I like that in college basketball. Parker says, I definitely like KU in the points. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's the play. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, again, these two teams have been up and down, but I think they can keep it close enough. You're getting down to it where you're getting close to conference tournament play. I like both Kansas and Wichita State getting points. I really do. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's go to the ice. Let's go to the ice. See what we got in the NHL. We got the New York teams facing off. We got the Islanders against the Rangers. Rangers are favored. Actually, it's pretty close. Islanders minus 104, Rangers minus 115. I haven't watched a second of hockey. I haven't watched a second of other hockey other than the Blues this year. Leafs are playing the Sharks, minus 1.5, minus 140. Let's look at this. I really like that college basketball parlay, so we're probably not going to add anything into it to screw that up. But just for other plays' sake, to throw it out there, let's see when the last time the Sharks lost by less than 2. Because, if we want to take the other team minus 1.5, okay, the last 3 games they've lost by 1. Don't love that. See, there you go. It's a trend I just don't like. I'm not a fan. All right, we're going to keep that out. I'm sure Toronto can beat the shit out of them, but I don't know. I don't like the trend there. Not a lot of exciting. I mean, you got Tampa against the Panthers. Tampa's plus 105, over under 5.5. I'm just not a fan of. I think we stay away from hockey. We might stay away from everything except college basketball. That's fine. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Happy Monday. Go to the NBA. We got, let's see, Golden State playing the Hornets. Hornets plus 12.5. Don't love that. The Atlanta Hawks against the Grizzlies. And maybe I'm just getting locked in from the first show we did last week where we took the Grizzlies and or not the Grizzlies. We took the Hawks because they score a shit ton of points. I mean, their over-under's 253.5. 253.5. But I feel like they're getting 9.5. That's a really good number. Or they're getting 9. That's a really good number for them. Let's see how they've been doing, how they've been trending. Because every time I've seen them, which is a couple times, they've been pretty solid. Let's see, they gave up 135 to Oklahoma City. They're a really good team. Lost by like 16. Miami beat them 131-109. They beat Miami 98-86. They give up a shit ton of points, so they can't play defense, basically. Well, maybe it is the right play to fade them, but they're getting 9. They got blown out the last 2 games. How's Memphis been doing? That's what I want to know. Let's see. You guys get involved, WeberBets.com. This thing really will be a good show if you guys get involved. We appreciate the people tuning in. Going to keep growing this thing. If it's me and 2 people, it's me and 2 people, but I really would love to see this thing grow, see what happens. Let's see. 2 losses in a row for Memphis, 130-128, 114-113. Spurs and Knicks, they beat the Suns 151-148. Jesus. Is the NBA really getting 200 points scored in one game now? Is that how it's going? Yeah, see, like that, it's not really speaking to me. It's not speaking to me. All right, screw it. We're just gonna go.
To the board.
We're not gonna get crazy here. We're gonna go Kansas and Wichita State. I can't find anything else. Nobody else has a play for me this morning, so Parker agreed with Kansas, so I appreciate that. But we're gonna go with these two. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take Kansas plus the points. We're gonna take Wichita State plus the points, and then I'm gonna throw a small taste on Kansas ML with Wichita State ML. Those together. And when I mean small taste, I mean $5. Okay? Nothing crazy. Just kind of getting us into the game here. And then the number one play, again, I hate to I like to have them separate, but I'll be honest, my plays are 2-0 since we started this show. Number one play, I think Kansas might plus 9.5. I just got a feeling about this team. I got a feeling. So we're going to also go Kansas plus 9.5 as the number one play. Okay? Let me just write the numbers here so you know what's going on. All right, so now let's go talk odds real quick. Let's go take a little look at the old sports book. Tripping over all kinds of shit around here. Hold on. All right. Let's go back to college basketball. So I think, let's see. Let's find Kansas. Kansas plus 9.5. Wichita State plus 7.5. That'll be plus 278. Okay. Let me write that down real quick so I can write it on the board and make it official. So KU, Wichita State plus 278. Oh my God, it's got a little vibe to it. KU, Wichita State plus 278. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll also do just a $5. Why not? 5 to pay 87. KU, Wichita State money line parlay plus 1752. I like it. I like it a lot. Just feels right. Will it work out? Maybe not. But, I got a feeling. When you got a feeling, you got a gut feeling, you got to take a shot. When you have not a lot of interaction on your show, you got to trust yourself a little bit. All right, so we said, what is that one? Plus 278. Okay. And then we got plus 1752. Okay. So I think I'm going to go... I like KU more than I like this one. I'm going to go 2 units on KU. And then I'm going to go... We're gonna throw. Nah, I'm gonna be kind of a bitch here. Let's just feel it out. We're starting the week. Let's go 30 on Kansas. Average Joe bettors. I don't bet. Oh, it's not a ton of money. I understand. This is what we do. Okay, this is what I do. And then the parlay, I'll put 15 on it. Okay. So it's bet 40 total today. No, 50. How you doing? Math. 50 total today. Okay. 30 on Kansas plus 9.5 straight up. 15 on the parlay. Kansas plus 9.5. Wichita State plus 7.5. And then $5 on the absolute unit of a parlay. Kansas money line, Wichita State money line plus 1752. $5 on that one to pay 87. There you go. Gets us in the game. Starts the week off right. That's what we're going to do. All right. Well, that'll do it. Parker, if you want to play, I'll throw you on the sheet. And we'll continue to do what we do. Let me go ahead and see what we can add here. Oh, man. Hope you guys are having a good start to your Monday. If you're watching this later, thank you. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. We're going to go live as many mornings as I possibly can. And just keep trying to keep on keeping on, you know? That's all we can do. So, we're going to go, today's 3/3/25. Parker said he liked Kansas. Okay, we're on the same page. I also like that one. KU plus 9.5. And then the parlay, we're locking it in. It's going to be Kansas plus 9.5, Wichita State plus 7.5. All right, well, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Make sure you follow us, WeberBets.com, for all of our links to social media, to our YouTube channel. Wherever you may podcast, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you can find all the links there as well. We're going to try to do this daily if possible. As many mornings, Monday through Friday as we can, baby. As many as we can. Make sure to subscribe, lock in on the notifications, all that good stuff, and hopefully continue to try to grow this thing as much as we can. It's early stages, I understand. And I just want to get where I think this thing can go, and I just got to be patient. I know it's going to get there, but appreciate your guys' interaction and helping try to grow this thing. So that'll do it. Thank you so much. As Big Web always says, don't bet the house, bet the doghouse. We will talk to you guys later on.
WeberBets.com is where you can find everything related to the show. Links to our social media platforms, show leaderboard, every parlay and pick. WeberBets.com. Subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Follow the show on TikTok and Instagram. And get involved with the show by leaving a voicemail on WeberBets.com. All right, I'll shut up now.